Welcome back and thank you for staying with us on Daybreak. Now, we are going to be talking about the quality of leadership today on this discussion, where we want to ask Nigerians a really critical question. Now, start off to kickstart the segment, we know that the former transport minister, that's Rotimi Amechi, has openly criticized Nigerian politicians, accusing them of being in power for personal gain, violence, and holding onto the control. His comment highlights why many Nigerians distrust their politicians, broken promises, a history of corruption, and a system where vote and loyalty are bought rather than earned. And this has sparked debates about the credibility of our politicians and the trust in our country, the country's citizens have on its political system. And this came at a time where there was another comment of saying democracy is dying because there seemed to be opposition party, not calling names, opposition party paying another opposition party to take a step back, planning for 2027. And it definitely begs the difference if there is one whole party, ruling a country without another opposition for a bit of healthy criticism, or someone to just battle it out and weigh it up and give Nigerians options where they can vote. What in all of that, Amechi Rotimi is a politician. I mean, he's still in the political scene. He said he has been there since, the young age, or his young age, and he is still in the process. And he blamed poverty for why he cannot even exit politics. So with all of that information, Nigerians, the one question is, do you trust your politicians? Do you trust Nigerian politicians? The numbers will be displayed on your devices. You can call any of the number now. This is a critical discussion that could start making ways or pave a level of understanding for Nigerians heading to the 2027 poll, where Nigerians might make a better decision or go back to where we started from. I mean, one of the things Rotimi accused us of is that Nigerians forget history. We do things and we get burnt by decision, and we still come and replicate the same mistake that we did before. So would you say that you trust your politician with this huge allegation where Rotimi is saying that they're all there for their personal gain, for violence, and to retain power and control? Let's hear your take on that, please. If you're calling, let's be civil, no insults, make a very appealing arguments and contributions without throwing insults at anyone. So go ahead, call us via the numbers that will be displayed on your devices, or you can send WhatsApp message via the first number. Let's hear from you on that one. All right, I think we have our first caller. Good morning. Good morning. Do we still have the caller on the line? All right, I think you'd have to call us back. Network seems to be fumbling. I mean, hey, tariff company, if you're charging us extra, then we need to get our money worth. All right, still talking on this. We know that there's been a lot of factors that have been contributing to a bit of distrust, or a lot of distrust that Nigerians don't have on politicians. But then a politician coming out to make the statement at a time where he's not really in the administration, what does that mean to you? Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us?
Good morning, Sumayya.
Good morning, Chetima. Good to have you this morning. How is Maiduguri?
Maiduguri is fine, Sumayya.
Okay. Well, welcome. Let's hear your take on today's topic.
Thank you so much. Well, on the trust of Nigerian politicians, well, there is no system that you can get it 100% perfect. But even though some of the politicians are trying, and some of them they are sincere, we cannot condemn all of them. But the bad eggs among them, they have dominated the quality of the good ones for us to see. You see, majority of them, honestly speaking, as Amechi was stated, they come for the selfish, for their own interests and the interests of their family. They do not come for the interests of the voters or the Nigeria at large. That is the true assertion. This is true. Honestly speaking, if you see it very well, if you study it critically, It was only in Nigerian politics you can find somebody who was walking with bathroom slippers. Before you know it, before you say Jakana, that person had become a multi-billionaire. How did he get that money? And he will be dashing cars. You will surprise people. They are suffering. The subject, they are suffering. The person, the people that give him mandates, he doesn't even care about them. That is why we call them rulers. Because the level of poverty in Nigeria is not supposed to be like that. This is a rich country, but because of their negligence and selfish interests, they rule the way they want and they do what they want. That what push us to this level. Because you can imagine a rich country without light, a rich country without good roads, a rich country without a potable drinking water, a rich country without security. You can imagine all this, and we have all these resources at ground to make Nigeria a better place. But because of lack of discipline and lack of the country at heart, they do what they want to do. This is reality. But because you see, in political era, corruption had been legalized. You can be corrupt, and the only thing that you can do to give yourself a security, you just join the ruling party. This is sincere. So we are calling for them to fear God, because this is a trust that people give you, and you must be asked about how you govern. You must ask, because this is temporary life. We have a permanent life. Yeah. They should try and think and rethink to build their permanent home rather than temporary home. This is temporary home, whether we like it or not. And I can say nobody will go with that money that you accumulated, a crazy accumulation. You accumulate billions of naira. And one person have the money that can feed a whole nation. A whole nation. You can imagine, Sumayya. It's sincerely, the situation that we find ourselves is a serious situation. We just have to revive our attitude and the way that we are governing. So that's my take.
I appreciate you. A really great take there, Shatima. Now he mentioned that amongst these bad eggs, there are good people. Now, yes, I know a lot of great politicians. I'm not going to call names because sometimes I feel like when you give people praise, they tend to take a step back a bit, which is something we don't want. So yes, there are few people that really have this great relationship with the root and are pushing to do best, while other people are sabotaging the country for their own greed. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Good morning. My name is Peter. I'm calling from Jalingo, Taraba State.
It's good to have you from Jalingo. Go ahead with your take on today's topic.
Thank you. I heard what Mechi said. Well, all he's saying are truth. He's saying nothing but the truth. But the one thing about it is that those politicians, they only know the truth when they're out of the system. But when they're in the system, they never know the truth. They'll be the same thing, all of them. But when immediately they're out of the system, when the system does not accommodate them, that's when they'll know the truth and they know how politicians behave. Because we hear all of them, we hear Erufai how he speaks, they rejected him from ministerial position, then he knows the truth and he knows that the government knows everything about politicians, how politicians are bad. But immediately they're in the system, all is good, everything is okay. You see, but he's saying nothing but the truth. Let them also say the truth when they are in the system. If the system is not working, they criticize the system and say the truth about it, not only when they are outside. So they're saying the truth, but the people that are saying the truth, they are all the same thing. Okay. They are nothing but the same thing, all of them. So he shouldn't paint himself to be good because it's out of the system. That's my take. Thank you.
I appreciate you for that. Now, what the previous caller was talking about is the fact that Mechi did not speak while in office, but instead he's speaking outside the office. And yes, in my line of work, I've met a lot of people, doing the same. But it would be more impactful if you are in the system, you are with the administration, and you're calling out a bit of mistakes or all the mistakes that your own administration is doing. That would be more impactful. It would be people, working on it rather than calling from outside, where the ruling or the current administration can easily throw back allegation of, oh, it's because you're opposition, that is why you're making this. So it diminishes your, the advice or the words or the calls that you're making. So yes, I get where you're coming from. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, please stay away from your device. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Morning. Good morning. Hello?
Please stay away from your device. Can you hear us?
Okay, you hear me now?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. But the question is, can you hear me?
Hello?
Okay, I think the network is failing us. Please, you'd have to call us back. If you're calling, please stay away from your device. If you're waiting to hear from me through your TV, then it's going to be a delay and we wouldn't have a clear and concise conversation. So please stay away from your device. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Auntie Sumayya.
Good morning. Please stay away from your device. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Yeah, I'm Ismail calling from Niger.
Okay, Ismail, good to have you this morning. So do you trust Nigerian politicians, Ismail?
Well, to some extent, only few out of them, so we really can do with you, only few. Just like my brother said, Shetima. Truly, if I may say, one of the major problems with the electorate, we are the major problem of most of our politicians. We led them to most of what they are doing. The reason being that, just like I was discussing with a friend just 2 days ago, that there is a politician in the area that tried, I think he constructed a lot of road, a lot of infrastructure. When he was coming for visit, what his people did was they carried spoon, they went to that road and started a kind of maybe is it the road that they are going to eat?
Interesting.
I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. They put the spoon on the road, then started scratching and putting into their mouth, meaning that is it the road they are going to eat? What else do you want as Nigerians than infrastructure? Somebody like me, I don't believe in politics of money. I don't believe. Give me what will better my life. I'm not the only person that elected you. Give to people what will benefit them. Education is there. Invest in education. Invest in what do you call it? In health. These are things that every individual, both people that give you their mandate and those that does not give you their mandate, will benefit. So, one of the problems is we, the electorate, we are the problem. We also contribute to many of the failures. Somebody wants to give birth, you go to a politician that your wife are giving birth. What business does a politician have to do with your wife are giving birth, for God's sake? So these are most of our problems. And I'm also trying to call on politicians. Like in our place, we have a politician that ruled for 8 years. What he did, believe me, since 1999, no politician ever did that to us. But many people believe in come and give us money. For how long will that go to lead us, for God's sake? So, Auntie Sumayya, that is my take.
I appreciate that, Ismail. Your take is a really vital and good one. When we say that Nigerian politicians don't take us seriously, it's because we let them. There is this always wise saying of do not go where someone will treat you badly. And most times you go to this politician's house and you see citizens or indigents of that community rallying around the house, just waiting for him to come, or his wife or any of his family members to just greet them and say, oh, Your Excellency, Ma and Sir, and demeaning themselves just for peanuts. But then yes, road infrastructure, health, which is one sector that I'm really invested in, and in every state it just keeps getting worse and worse. Schools, education, all are those important things. So yes, I agree with you. Electorates are the reason why they are in this position. But then we have to change the mindset. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Daniel Asuza from Jalingo.
Okay, good to have you from Jalingo. Let's hear your take.
Yeah. Do you know why I don't trust From day one, when they give them position, you see them jubilating. They're not jubilating because, you know why they're jubilating in short? They're jubilating because it's our time to go and loot. It's my time to go and loot. For example, you know, if they are giving a people, they are giving to go and work for people. So let us go to the traditional way. You now send this money, carry it home, go to the farm and work. Actually,
do we still have the caller? Oh, that's really sad. I think we lost the call. Now we have few messages on WhatsApp that would display and go through them. I don't have this. So it says, good morning. Well, good morning to you too. It said the issue of quality leadership is alarming in Nigeria. Our leaders are corrupt. They don't have good intention for this country. So Nigerian politicians should fear God and know that one day we will all go back to where we came from. This message is from Rabo Kefi in Kefi, Nasarawa State. Thank you so much, Rabo, for that. Talking about always quality of leadership, it's really dicey, and there's a lot that is expected, especially if it's a case of people you came out and convinced people to vote you to do this. Then you should at least give them some sort of dignity of saying, I am going to even serve you. So I think we have another message that we would be reading through. I appreciate you people for sending us some messages back to back like this. Now this one is saying that Nigerian politicians can never be trusted, full of lies and deceit. Only about, they only bother about their stomach and self-centered and wicked souls. All right, that's harsh. This is according to Odeyemi from Ilorin, but I understand what you mean. This is from this is from someone from Kwara State, and I appreciate what you said. It's really breaks our heart that this is what is happening in Nigeria, and people literally do not really trust these people much. Good morning. All right, I think we lost that call. Please go ahead, call us via the numbers displayed, and you can send WhatsApp message via the first number. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, good morning. Please turn down the volume of your device. I can hear myself through your phone. Okay, if you don't turn it down, we'll have to let you go. Are you still with us?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but please stay away from your device. It's loud. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Abdul. I'm calling from Taraba State.
From Kwara State?
No, Taraba.
Oh, from Taraba State. All right, good to have you, Abdul, from Taraba. Let's hear your take.
The thing is this, what I want to add up is that these politicians, you see, there is nothing good leadership in them.
Not at all? All right, I think we'll have...
All they know is pack our money, and when times come, they will come and be stealing they will gang up and be stealing our future, and we, the youth, will be there celebrating. That's the problem with us. So the problem is from the electorate.
So if the problem is from the electorate, what about the politicians? Where do they get their own blame
The
from?
politician is that when they come in for us to elect them, we just abandon them, forget about them. Look for the credible ones.
Okay. I get that. I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
That's my take, my sister.
All right. All right, really interesting. Today, the callers have been cracking me up, from Shetima talking about politicians, starting with slippers. He used bathroom slippers to be exact. And he said, then all of a sudden you see them just getting wealth and all of that. I mean, we've seen how not only political people, seat owners, politicians, but also even appointed people tend to take advantage of people. So that entire estate of duplexes over 700 and something for one person. I mean, that is just outrageous of how much, people can get greedy over worldly things. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
From Port Harcourt. Okay, what's your name?
Yes. My name is Abdullah.
Okay, Abdullah, good to have you from Port Harcourt. Let's hear your take.
You said?
Let's hear your take. Go ahead. Do we still have that caller? All right, please go ahead, call us via any number displayed on your device. Let's hear from you. Good morning. Good morning. Are you with us?
Good morning, Sumayya. How are you? Good morning, Trustee.
Good morning.
This is Abaseko calling from Gombe State.
It's good to have you, Abaseko. Let's hear your take on today's topic.
Sincerely speaking, this is a lovely one. Who is a quality leader? Quality leadership. Quality leadership. So, we thank God. Sincerely speaking, on this program, I did say we don't have leader. I remember one of the best leader, one of the crop of the best leader we have had is a politician who is detribalized. He's not centered in corruption. And that person was Yaradua. He was so humane. He looked into the problem of the police, into the affairs of the health sector, every sector he touched. Retirees he touched. That was a leader. All the crops of leader, so-called leaders that they say they are not leaders, they are rulers. They vehement on our rights, sit and point us as if we are animals. My sister, the man who brought this topic today, go to Port Harcourt. I stayed in Port Harcourt for 5 years. From Amok to Ekwere, he has a very large parcel of land. Where did he?
Oh, I guess we lost Abasegon. That is really sad. But we still have a few minutes left. Abasegon, you can call us back. I think he was making a point of Rotimi Amaechi's legacy of what he did in his own state, and it's not. He's pointing out a bit of lapses. So feeling that he shouldn't even be in a position to call other politicians out. But I think we still need voices, whether you're doing it for a selfish reason or not. You have to call out criticism. I think we've been so comfortable with the yes ma, yes ma'am kind of situation when nobody wants to tell the truth just because you are getting something from a person, and that's not how world should work. If you want a better society, then you need to call out the wrong or the lapses of someone that you work with. Good morning. Good morning. Do we still have the caller? All right, go ahead, call us back. I don't know why the network is a bit shaky, but hopefully we get to connect with you on this and what possible way forward, when it comes to the lack of trust that we have on our politicians. Now, a lot has been going on. We know that there's been a lot of lack of trust when it comes to